There are 3 types of fighting game players. I'm going to go over all 3 of them for you, and I want to find out what type of fighting game player you are. Let's get into it.
Take it one step at a time.
What's going on, my dudes? Onestep here, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going over the 3 types of fighting game players and what they say about you. If you enjoy fun fighting game content, guys, consider subscribing. We have new videos every single Monday and Friday. We stream twice a week. So the first type of player, we're gonna call them a noob. And when you're a noob, you're not that you don't know how to play the game. You can mash buttons, and that's typically what you do. You're kind of a button masher. You know that there's punches and maybe kicks. You know you can kind of grab. You maybe can throw something, but you're just there to have a good time. You're there because it's fun to press buttons and see what happens when you smash these buttons, and like what crazy combos kind of happen randomly, or like what moves come out of the player. You're not a fighting game player on the daily, but you enjoy them here to there. You play Smash Bros. You play Mortal Kombat. Someone brings it up, but you gotta look up the fatalities because you barely know what they are. You gotta look up some of the combos. You're a noob, and that's really what it is. Not that that's a bad thing by any means, but when it comes to being a new player, you just have really no idea what's going on. You're more or less there for just a good time. Now, the second type of fighting game player is what we call the intermediate player. Now, this is what I feel like is the majority of fighting game players. This is kind of the category that I feel like most of y'all are going to fit in. And what the intermediate player is they know how to fight. Meaning, they know that there are combos. They've mastered a lot of them. They know what kind of mix-ups are going to happen. They know that, oh, this move is an overhead, or this move is unblockable, or they know how to string some combos together. They know how to grab perfectly. They're a standard strong player. They have a couple mains. They know how to play most of the characters because they've played them all. They're an average player. They play almost daily or every other day. They're having a good time with the game. They don't take it too seriously, but they're having a good time with it regardless. But the problem with intermediate players when it comes to advanced players is when somebody throws the words out like frame rate or this move is block on safe or whatever, they don't really know what that means. They could piece it together if they really thought about it, but at the end of the day, they master some of the combos, they're good with their character, and that's all they care about. That they're winning more often than they're losing, compared to like a 60-40%. An intermediate player will kick the trash out of a noob, but also sometimes maybe even lose because the other person was just button mashing, and they didn't really know how to handle that when it came to the other character that they were playing against. They're good and they can do combos if their opponent isn't too advanced. But also when an intermediate player gets absolutely wrecked, they call their opponent a tryhard, or they're cheating, or they're hacking, because they didn't quite understand what really happened, why their move wasn't blocked, or why their move didn't actually work, because it always works on somebody else. But that right there is the intermediate player. And then next we have the advanced player. Now the advanced player takes almost every single fighting game, puts it on the table, and completely dissects it. When it comes to taking apart all the components of the game, what they mean, what they do for each individual character, for each individual mechanic of the game, they break it down, they internalize it, they memorize it. This is their game. Advanced players will almost master every single character, which is why they're so good, because not only have they mastered the character, but also they know how the character plays. So even if they're not playing that character, when they fight that character, they know how to fight that character because they know the character. So for an example, in Mortal Kombat, let's say somebody is an advanced character, an advanced player, and they fight, let's say, a Scorpion. They don't necessarily main Scorpion. They main, let's say, Shang Tsung, but they know Scorpion's moveset. They know which moves of his are safe. They know what safe means. They know what block on safe means. They know what Scorpion's frame rate is for almost all of his moves. That right there is the advanced player. So that right there is why they're really good. Yes, they're good at their character. They're good. They know how to play the game very well, but they also know these small details that not everybody takes into account, such as frame rate, block on safe, stuff like overhead, lows, mix-ups, stuff like that. They take it very seriously. They know which combos not to use because they're not worth it when it comes to frame rate. They know which combos string together really well, which ones don't. And again, they know the other character. So let's say in Smash Brothers, let's say you main Mario, but you're fighting Luigi. You don't main Luigi, but you know Luigi's moveset so well that you know when he does this move, it's not safe. You know that you have the block advantage on that move against your opponent. You know your opponent's character better than they know their character. That is the advanced player. Now, I will say, even though there are 3 types of fighting game players, there is some gray area between the 3. Like, for an example, myself, I consider myself between the intermediate and the advanced. I really do go into depth about some characters in some of the games that I really enjoy, but I'm also there for a really good time. I consider myself to be really, quite good at the game, but I'm not going to win every single match. I know most of the characters' frame rates and their moveset. I don't know all of them. That's just where I stand. I'm sure a lot of you might as well. You probably stand in the gray area also. But with that said, guys, let me know down below, which type of fighting game player are you? Are you more the noob? Are you intermediate? Are you the advanced player? Again, let me know down below. I love these conversations. Go ahead and click into this video next. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I will see you in the next one. And until then, my dudes, as always, just take it one step at a time. Thanks again.